How you doing, Espen? See if you guys can hear and see me. Video and sound are good, I hope. At least they're registering that way. What do we got? One person? That's not bad. Oh, four. Wow. We're all out. Well, this is like a last minute thing. Well, the kids left me for dead. The queen left me for dead. It's just me and the dogs. They all went to Halloween Horror Nights. So I decided, why don't I just mess around with something? And I went out into the vast and large library, and I was just kind of walking around there for a little bit. You know, especially since we still have some things that we have to work on out there. And I came across this. Oh, let's get the so it doesn't shine that much. There we go. Bommerz, over the Sulphur River. This is a very old, I think it's got to be almost 30 years. Maybe 20 something years. Game from Games Workshop. That it was just like a little chintzy box game. It was kind of to support. Let me just move this out of the way. We'll put it over here to support their epic 40K line. Now this is after. Actually, it is after their original epic 40K line, which was like Titan, Imperial Titan, and all that other really cool stuff. And they had two giant box sets that came out that were really cool. The epic stuff was always cool, but when they came out with the new rules and they simplified it, it really kind of killed it. And then we haven't seen it since, actually. So I decided to dig it out. I haven't played it, and I don't even remember the last time I dug this one out. But I figured, what the heck? I'll take a look at it. Hey, Puma, by the way. Well, let me get my wallet out of the way. And I got the rules. As you can see, they are pristine. They're only 2 whole pages, so we'll take a look at that. What you're supposed to do is you have a squadron of 4. You're the orcs, actually. So what you're trying to do is get by the Imperial defenses and blow up this bridge and blow up that bridge. It's pretty important. Of course, you have all kinds of things here. Now, if you're playing, you can play this up to 5 players, believe it or not. One person would be the Imperials, and each person would be a plane. So the way it works with one player is one player shuffles down the defense counters face down and place 1 on each of the bridges, 1 on each of the marked spaces with the Imperial Eagle. Set up the 4 bombers in the starting spaces. Okay, well, let's do that. So I'm just going to read this along as we go, and don't be afraid to chime in. By the way, just real quick, the auction ends tomorrow at midnight. Oops. Here we go. We just got to do this. And there's still some lots that are really, really steals. There's some that I'm really surprised are blown away with. But either way, we've had a really good auction, so it's been fun. And we've got so many really cool things going on. At least I do. Well, at least to me. Let's put it that way. That are coming up. You know, I think maybe I'm making too many videos. Maybe that's it. But I'm not worried about too much. I'm just going to do things the way I like to do them. And that's connecting with such a fantastic audience. All right, there we go. So we have these 3 that are left over. They'll go over here. So all those counters are there, and they all have different types of things underneath them. such as there's defense counters. One as we can see here, shows on the right-hand side, defense counters. There's the interceptors. There's 2d6 flak. There's a laser and rock spires, which you really don't want to run into the rock spires. So let's see what each of these do. Whenever a Fighta-Bomber and a Thunderbolt Interceptor occupy the same space, they must fight a dogfight by rolling a d6 each. Oh, there you go. The player scores the highest is the winner and may drive off the loser one space in any direction. If the winner beats the loser by 3 or more, the loser also suffers a point of damage. That's not cool. An interceptor can move 1 to 6 spaces in the Imperial player's move. Oh, well. That's pretty good. As much as I want the auction I bid upon, I really hope I lose to someone who quadruples my bid. Well, that's awful nice of you. Des Pro Dap Games. Hi. Well, hi. How are you? All right, let's see what a laser does. Okay, so if we run into a laser may only attack a Fighta-Bomber if it is face up when the Fighta-Bomber enters the space it is in. If it is, the Fighta-Bomber must dodge by rolling a d6 and equaling or beating its speed. Failure brings instant destruction. Oh, that's not cool. Either way, the laser flips face down again once it has fired, and the Fighta-Bomber may keep moving if it survives. The laser may not move. Okay, so they have also a flak counter. Any Fighta-Bomber which enters a space containing flak can be attacked. Roll the number of d6 indicated on the counter. Each dice which equals or beats the Fighta-Bomber's speed scores a hit. One hit, the Fighta-Bomber is driven off one space in a direction decided by the Imperial player. It moves ends. 2 hits, the Fighta-Bomber is driven off and suffers 1 point of damage. 3 hits, the Fighta-Bomber is shot down. Well, we don't want to get shot down, do we? Dab, how are you? Jens, how are you? All right, what else do we got here? Then there are rock spires. Any Fighta-Bomber or Thunderbolt Interceptor which moves into a space containing rock spires must dodge by rolling a d6, equaling or beating their speed. If they fail, they suffer 1 point of damage. Otherwise, they can escape unscathed. In either case, they can continue moving. Rock spires may not move. All right, so let's see how this all works. Like I said, there's not a lot to this. There's that many pages. So I figure I would read it so you guys know exactly what's going on, and maybe I can not screw up the rules like I normally do, right? All right, so let's go on. So the Ork player, and that's our orcs over here. Each Fighta-Bomber controlling player rolls 2d6. So we're going to say the green dice are the orcs, because after all, they're orcs. These are for miscellaneous things, and I would say those are for whatever. All right, rolls 2d6, picks one for their speed, puts a green dice, oh, there we go, I was right, next to the base as a reminder. A Fighta-Bomber's speed represents the maximum number of spaces it can move that turn, though it can move less if desired. Fire bombers are subject to the following rules. All right, let's find out what those rules are. Well, before we go any farther, let's find out what Bow Hunter has to say. Hey, Chad, how you doing? Nice game topper, Rob. I can't wait until mine arrives February. I've been chopping at the bit since the 4th when you had Berkey over. Well, thank you very much, Bow Hunter. Lars, how are you? So, the Fighta-Bomber can only move from space to space along the lengths indicated. So, as you can see, that's the only place it can go. If a Fighta-Bomber enters a space containing a defense counter, flip the counter over and work out its effect as detailed below. fighter bombers can't enter a space it has just left. So it can't go backwards unless driven off by flak or dogfight. See you later. As a useful reminder, point the tail of the craft towards the space it just came from. Well, that makes sense, right? Being driven back ends the fighter bomber's move, even if it still has spaces left. If only one fighter bomber or Thunderbolt Interceptor can end its move in only one fighter bomber or Thunderbolt Interceptor can end its move in any given space. But a fighter bomber can pass through a space occupied by another fighter bomber as it moves. Because of this, it sometimes matters when fighter bombers move first. In this case, the fastest fighter bomber moves first, then the next fastest, and so on. If a fighter bomber enters a space containing a bridge or a flak unit, it may make a bombing run before moving on. Fighter bombers may make several bombing runs in its turn if it gets the chance. All right, well, how would it do that if it cannot go back its same space? Fighter bombers may make several bombing runs in its turn if it gets the chance. Okay. Oh, because it could get pushed back. Okay. So the Imperial forces. The Imperial forces are represented. Let me just check and make sure that I haven't meant anything. If you paint the fighter bombers red, they go faster. Oh, there you go. MGK, how you doing? Rhonda, how are you? The Imperial forces are represented by a set of defense counters and the bridges on the board itself. See the box on the facing page for details of defense counters. Okay, well, we already read the defense counters. Bridges include a 1d6 flak battery. See defense counter box. The fighter bombers need to hit the bridge in order to win. Okay, so how do we hit the bridge? I guess that'll tell us as we keep on going. In solo games, flak is static. In multiplayer games, it may move up to one space. Okay. Interceptors. Roll 2d6 and pick one. Moving in the same way a fighter bomber in a solo game. The interceptor will always move as fast as possible towards the nearest fighter bomber and fight a dogfight with them if they can reach. Events. As the fighter bombers hurl up Desolation Valley, lots of different events can occur. This is a summary of them. Dogfight. Air-to-air dogfights occur whenever an interceptor and fighter bomber are in the same space. They are resolved by the player rolling d6 each. The player scores the highest is the winner, and the loser is driven off one space in the direction chosen by the winner. If the winner beats by 3 or more, the loser suffers a point of damage. The model which moved into the space can carry on moving if it wins, but otherwise it moves end because it has been driven off. Dodge. Rocks, lasers force models to dodge to get past. In order to dodge, a player must roll equal or higher than their speed. So you got to be kind of careful. You don't want to go top speed. Not bad. Been painting my Rune War minis today. That's cool, MGK. Good to see you. And by the way, Rhonda, how are you? A model can keep moving whether they make a dodge or not if they are still alive. Driven off, flak and dogfights can cause a craft to be driven off in adjacent space, picked by the player who drove it off. Always away from the bridge for the orcs in solo game. Okay, that's what we're playing in the solo game. Place models so the tail... Imperial wins and chooses to... Alright. I'm looking at the thing. And choose from the right, so it can turn there. Okay. Instead, he drives the orc back from whence he came. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. Alright, now let's find out how many hits these guys even have. Alright, damage. Fighta-Bombers and Interceptors can take 2 points of damage each. Uh-oh. The first point of damage causes the craft to suffer a -1 to all dice rolls. Oh, that stinks. The second destroys the craft. Bombing runs. If the Fighta-Bomber survives all of the defenses in a space, it can make a bombing run. Fighta-Bombers which make a run roll 2d6. A hit is scored for each dice which equals or beats the Fighta-Bomber's speed. Alright, so if you slow, you're going to have to slow down. Wow, that's pretty nuts. The second wave. Once the last Fighta-Bomber has either crashed, burned, or left the end of the map, the Ork player can decide to bring another wave of 4 Fighta-Bombers. Set them up in the starting spaces as before. Okay. Well, there you have it. Simple game. Blah 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 blah. In which in solo game, put replacement counters in any of the Imperial starting spaces which are empty. Play then proceeds as before. Okay. Winning and losing. Once the last Fighta-Bomber has been destroyed or left the board, the game is over, and all that remains is to work out who won. Simply look up what happens to the bridge in relation to how many waves of Fighta-Bombers the Orks used on the chart below. Okay, so there's a chart, and we can check that out, and hopefully we can get a major victory. So there you have it. Okay, let's see. I'm not thrilled how the golem turned out. Not enough contrast between the base and the highlight colors, I think. That's the problem with being a noob printer. You get noob results. All you got to do is be happy with them, and if you have to tweak it, you just tweak it. And Rhonda says she's doing good. Okay, so I'm going to bring this microphone up here because I'm going to be leaning over here a little bit. All right, so we're going to put that there. Here's the 2 interceptors, and here's our markers, which tell us what has been hit and what hasn't been hit. Okay, so we're going to leave these over here because they're only come out if they are turned over. So the idea is to roll 2d6. So what we're going to do is I'm going to roll 2d6 for this guy. And what speed do I want to pick? Well, I'm going to pick 6 for this one because I should be okay. So I'll put that there. Then we're going to roll 2d6 there. And you get to choose which one you want. For this guy, I'm going to only go 2. Because we're going to try to survive this wave. For this guy, let's go 3 here. We're going to try to travel down safely. Hopefully we can get... Whoops. That's a good way to destroy the valley. It's an old game. Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. MGK. I can live with it. At least I think I know the problem. I'll send you a pitch when I'm done. See what you think. Okay, and I'll just give you some pointers, but I'm sure it looks great and you're just being fussy. So we picked 3 there. Okay, so now we're going to roll again. Well, obviously we're going to take the 2 here for this guy here. I didn't put him on a base. All right, so the way this goes. Oops. Hold on. Imperial forces represent. Okay, it only happens if I turn over one of these things. So this guy's going to go 1, 2. And he flips this over. And it is a rock spire, so he has to dodge. And to dodge, since he only had a 2, we're going to roll a die, and we have to either get a 2, we have to equal or beat it in order to dodge. He dodges it, so we have no problem. The rock spires have been negotiated. This guy's going to go 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's move that here. Move that there. This guy's going to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, hopefully this isn't something bad. It's a laser. Great. Oh, no. So what did I pick? I picked something that can absolutely destroy. Oh, no. In the solo game, it says right here, if a fighter bomber must... The fighter bomber... Okay, the laser may only attack if the fighter bomber is face up. So we flew by it, so it's face up. So we're okay here. So we're going to continue down there. This guy, though, is going to have to deal with it. And he's got 1, 2. So when he goes through that space, he has no choice but to go past that laser. Or, because these two connect, I can go right here. So why don't we do that and avoid the laser? Because he flew by so fast, it was just easy. But on the next wave, if we do not destroy the bridge, we're going to have to negotiate that. All right, so we are going to... Oh, we're going to roll 2d6 to see how fast we can move on that one. Let's see. Okay. And that's a 5 and a 2. Well, I can go the 5 here because he seems to have an open lane down there. So that's 5. This guy, we're going to roll 2d6 for. I think I'm going to be a little more cautious. And I think we're going to put a 1 there. All right. And then the guy behind him. Boy, do we want to go 4. Yeah, it would make sense to go 4 since he's going to negotiate whatever that's there. So that's a 4. And then finally, the last Fighta-Bommer. Well, guess what? He's only going 1 no matter what. So we'll do him because he's the easiest. So that's 1. Then we're going to do this one here, which is going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Seems so easy so far. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. We're going to go 1 here. And what's underneath this thing? It's a 2d6 flak. Okay, this could be really bad. All right. Any Fighta-Bommer which enters the space containing a flak can be attacked. Roll the number of d6 indicated on the counter. Each dice which equals or beats equals. Oh, wow. Each dice which equals or beats the Fighta-Bomber's speed scores a hit. Well, that sucks because now he had a 1, so that equals, that beats, so he takes 2 hits. The Fighta-Bomber is driven off as above and suffers 1 point of damage. All right, so he gets pushed back. Oh, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. And he's got 1 point of damage. He can only take 1 more. Now, this Fighta-Bomber can fly right over 1, 2, 3, but he has to negotiate the flak. So it's 2d6. They need to beat a 4 and they're able to do anything. And I roll a 5 and a 6, of course. So that gets pushed back 1 and takes a hit. Wow. Well, that stinks. So things aren't going too great for the Fighta-Bombers. By the way, this is right here. And I believe this would have to go back 1. That would have to go back 1 to indicate that. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. He takes the damage and is driven off, but he can still go forward 1. Well, let me just double check that. Driven off. Cause the craft driven off. It's picked by the Ork player who drove it off. Place the model so the tail from whence it came, being driven off, ends the model's move. Alright, the tail is pointing towards where it was driven off. So, okay, so we'll have to do that. So these two guys definitely are damaged. But they're going to have to go by that flak again. So this isn't going to be good. Let me just check the comments. Good morning, Gregarious. Alright, so let's try it again. Over here. Things I think we should kind of slow up, but not too much. Well, we've got a choice between a 1 and a 6. I think I'm going to take a 1 here just to be safe until I can figure out these other things. Over here, let's figure that out. 5 or a 6. Well, we're going to have to take a 5 right there. That guy who can be destroyed, let's take a 4. We pretty much don't have much of a choice on that one. 4. Then over here, man, that's some. I'm definitely going 6. I got no choice. We've got to get moving, or else we're going to have some problems. So let's negotiate their turn. 1. There we go. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So he made it through okay. Now this. 1. So now we're going to roll 2d6. Hopefully under 4. No, 1. Driven off 1 space in the direction decided by the Imperial player, it moves ends. So obviously they're going to push back. So did not get destroyed, but it stays there. Now 1, 2. And if we get a 6 here, that'll be pretty bad. No, we did not. So it's both misses by the flak. So it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this one's kind of wounded, so we're not doing too good already. All right, so that takes care of that. That one's still wounded. And we're trying to close in. And we're definitely going to close in. Do I put one of these on the bridge? Oh, face down, place 1 each on a bridge. Oh, God, that's nasty. Not only does it have a flak, but you have to face what's in there. Wow, that's pretty nasty. Orchid, how are you? All right, so here we go. We're going to roll 2d6. Like I said, I'm just playing something solo. All right, so because everybody went to Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm gonna use a 6 here, because if I run into anything nasty, I'm gonna be in trouble. But you either get a high or a low. But you know, facing that 2d that 1d6, maybe either way, I'm screwed. All right, so this guy here, let's roll 2d6 to see what he's going to do. 4. All right, let's go with the 4. Because he's messed up. And the guy behind him. Do we want to go 1? Yeah, we kind of want to see what's behind there. No, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe take out that other tower thing. That may not be a bad idea. All right, we're gonna, well, we can do a bombing run on that too with a 6. All right, let's do that. We're gonna go 6. And then finally over here, he needs a big number, 4. He's gonna have to take the 4 and deal with it. All right, so let's start with our farmost player. He's going to go 1, 2. He's going to flip this over. Oh no, it's an interceptor. So now we have a battle right here. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. Red is for the interceptor. White is for, believe it or not, the good guys, the orcs. So let's see what happens here. Oh no. So they got a 6. If the winner beats the loser by 3 or more, the loser suffers a point of damage. Wow. And it's driven off. Oh no, he just stays there. Wow, that's nasty. Now the flak, 1d6 fires at it. Nope, that's fine. That's not cool. Oh, and that I probably wouldn't have got that anyways by going 6. That was stupid. I just realized what I did. So, Imperial forces on the Imperial turn. All right. Okay, so then we would go back to their turn. Okay, cool. Got it. So we're going to go 4. 1, 2. No, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, these two guys are fighting in the same spot there. And we're just going to come there. We're going to go 4. Yep. Okay, so we end up short. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. That takes care of that. Let's see if this person can finally get pi here. 1. So roll 2d6. No. He's driven off. Wow. Cannot get by there. Alright, so this guy already has 1 damage to him. So now it is the Imperial player's turn. This looks interesting, solo game with minimum component count. Yeah, pretty much. All it is just that old GW game. All right, so the interceptor that's out rolls 2d6. And it can move 5 or 6. So that's what it's going to take 5. So it's the first thing it's going to do is it's going to fight again the unit that's in the same square with it. So we're going to roll 2d6. The red is for the interceptor. This time we win. So it gets driven off. So it loses its move. So we drive it off 1. And it takes a damage counter, which is good for us. All right. So now it is our turn. And we have to roll to see what our movement's going to be. So we're going to move 3. And let me think. They must fight each other. Yep. All right. So first he's going to perform a bombing run. And we're going to try to destroy that bridge. Can we destroy that bridge? I don't know. It's going to be a little risky. Flak is destroyed by 1 hit. Okay. Oh, we got to hit 4 hits on the bridge. Use a dice to keep track of that number. God, how many dice do they expect you to have? Defenses, the dink and dink. The Fighta-Bommer, which makes a run, rolls 2d6. A hit is scored for each dice which equals or beats the Fighta-Bomber speed. Alright, so first, the flak is destroyed by 1 hit. Okay, so I'm going to roll 2 dice. And my speed is 3. So we're just going to put that there for now as 3. So we're going to just slow this down a little bit just so we get this all. So, all right, so we got 1 hit. That destroys the flak. So the flak is destroyed. We need 3 more hits. So we're going to put a hit here. Well, actually, we can just put 1 hit. There we go. And so that's 1. So that'd be 1. Now he moves here and fights this guy because he has to keep moving. He gets into a dogfight with this guy. So we're going to roll the white dice and such. And we win by 1. We drive him off in any direction. And we're going to put him there. And he's going to stay here. Then he's going to come back into here and have to fight him again. Because he has no choice, because he has to keep going forward. He cannot go any other way. GW do have a line of failed games. I've never seen it before, though now. Yeah, they have tons of failed games, but some of them are pretty good. They were just trying to sell extra product. Okay, so now we dogfight again, so let's see what happens here. And this time, he beats me by 3 and destroys me. So we've already lost 1 ship. That's awesome. So that comes off. Alright, let's do this Fighta-Bommer. He's obviously going to move into that square, but we have to roll 2d6 to see what he has. And he is going to... I have to roll better than my speed. So I'm going to move 2. So he's going to go 1. And now he's going to take 2 shots. He's going to roll 2d6 on a bombing run. Oh, he only gets 1 hit, right? All I had to beat was a 2, and of course I get a 1. So he moves here, but we do another damage to this bridge. But he's going to have to go in and fight that bomber. Now we're going to roll 2d6 for that to see what speed that plane is going to be. And it's only 1, which isn't bad. We've already destroyed the flak. So we go 1. So now we roll 2d6. And it's equal to or better. And yes, it is. So we did. And we destroyed that bridge. So that bridge is now destroyed. Because we got 2 more hits. So that's 4 hits. We take this off. And this off. So now we just got to get that other bridge. And I don't know if we can do that. Now let's do this guy. We don't do this guy. He's out of the game. And we are going to roll 2d6 to see what his movement is. We're obviously going to go 5. He's going to roll 2d6 to see what he does to him. And he tied it, so he hits him and he drives him off, so he stays right there. He can't get past that flak. Holy cow. He keeps getting driven back. I wonder if I should go towards the laser, for crying out loud, at this moment. Alright, so now we roll for the interceptor. And the interceptor is going to move 2. So the first thing it's going to do is going to move up here. And it's going to take on the Fighta-Bommer there. Now we're going to roll 2d6. The red for... So he drives him off. So he is driven off. And in this space. He still has 1 more movement. He's going to come and follow up. I think he would stay right there, pretty much. They would just fight because he cannot go backwards. So they're going to fight yet again. The rules aren't exactly clear. And this time we win and we drive him off. So we can drive him off 1 space. He survives. He didn't take any damage yet. So that's not the end of the world. All right. Now back to the Ork turn. Hopefully we can get all the way down there and finish this off. I don't foresee it, but we will try. All right. So let's start with this guy. He's going to roll. And he can move. Yeah, let's go with 6. We're going to put 6 on him. So we're going to negotiate it first. So that's 1. So now they're going to fight each other. Red is always the interceptor. He wins, so he goes back. That completely ends his turn. And that's it for that. Now this fighter-bomber, he's going to also go 6. Why can't we roll 6 then? 1, 2. He's fine. He doesn't have any issues. So now we're going to roll 2d6. And it's a push. Nothing happens. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's coming there. Now, this guy here, we're going to roll 2d6. Hold on, I'll check all this in a second. He's going to obviously go 5. 1. They're going to roll 2d6. Hopefully they don't get a 5. Of course, 2 5s. So that's 2 hits. Uh-oh. This could be bad. 2 hits, 1 point of damage. He is destroyed. We got another Fighta-Bommer down. Okay, let's take a look at the hits. Hi, Rob. Cool to see you bring Bommerz out for a playthrough. I have this one in my collection too, but it hasn't been on the table in a while. Failed doesn't mean it is bad. No, there's slight failure, but then there's epic failure. And when you fail, obviously you get the Bommerz over here. Now there's a victory chart at the end, and we'll have to kind of figure everything out at the very end. So it's really up to these two guys. But with that said, it's now the Interceptor's turn, who still has 1 damage. So he's got the damage here. They got the little thing that separates that can go in there. So we're going to roll 2d6. And we're going to pick 1 because he's going to go right after this guy right here, because he's right here. And as always, they're the red, I'm the white. We have to... Oh, he did win. So he drives him back. And that's his turn. So there's nothing he can do. So these two are dead. These two still finishing their run. So let's start with this guy here. We're going to roll for speed. And 2. I'm going to take the 2 here because... Oh boy, that's a tough call though. Or do I want to take the 4? Yeah, I'm going to take the 4 on this. It's a good even number. It's going to help out. So he's got a speed of 4, so we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to find out what we have here. Oh, 3d6. Well, good thing I took that. So we're going to roll 3d6. 3d6 flak. Wow. Oh, wow. He only got 1 hit. So that all that means is he goes back 1. Wow. Wow. But let's face it, we're not going to be getting any hits there. All right, let's go to this guy here. And we're going to pick a speed of 4. So we're going to go 4. So he's going to go 1. And now he is going to roll against the Interceptor. 6, 5, he wins, so he could push him back. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's still damaged. Now, the Interceptor gets to go. It can move anywhere on the board. It's now the Imperial turn. And he's obviously going to take 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and get in the way here. So this bridge is just going to be a total disaster. So he can't get in the same square as the other guy, so he can't fight him that way. So let's negotiate this guy first. Love a good Saturday night live stream. Oh, thank you, Chris. Stressful, haha. Just wanted to say hello. How you doing, Leland? Hi Rob, hi Chad. Can only stay for a little bit. My air rifle team is competing in the finals now. Well, have a good time. Yeah, that's right. It's only 3 o'clock there. All right, so we're going to roll 2d6 and see where this dude's going to go. Boy, if we go 5, all right, we're going to have to take a shot and go 5. So he's going to go 1. So the first things first. Let's do the air battle and then do the flak shots. If he still gets to try a bombing run though. All right, well let's do the flak shots. And 1 gets through because the 5. All it does is he's driven off. All right, so yeah, that's the only way we can do that. So that's it. There's no fight. Now, let's go and see where he's going. He's going to go 4. 1, 2, 3. So now 3d6. Hopefully they're all low. No, he takes 2 hits, which means he takes 1 damage and is not driven off. Oh, 2 hits. Driven off and suffers. No, he is driven off. So he gets driven off. We'll put him in that direction. And then that's that. Now it's the Imperial's turn. For all we care, he is just going to, okay, he's going to go 1. So he's going to pick and try to finish this guy off. So here we go. They're going to roll on each other. Oh, this flips over. That's a laser now. Now that laser will operate on the next turn. But we won that. We won it by 2. So it just drives him off. We can drive him off in that direction. There we go. So next turn, if I'm still there, I would get hit with a laser. But I'm not going to be. All right, so now we're going to try and do this again. So for speed, oh wow, 6. I can only pick 6. 1, which is fine. They're going to roll 3d6. Oh, he does get 1 in there. How the heck? That's incredible. Drives him off. The other guy gets to go. We're going to pick his speed. 6. All right, we're just going to go for it. Just try to get him out of here. 1. So now he has to roll 3d6. Nothing. No, I rolled a 6. He gets driven off. Man, we can't catch a break. And 6, so he's going to go 2. 1, 2. He's going to fight him. 2, he wins. He drives him off. It's driven off there. Turn that over. 1d6 flak. His speed was 6, but he's fine. All right, there we go. Wow, this is near impossible. All right, so now it is... No, we already went, and he fought him. There we go. So now we start all over again. So, 6. He's going to move 6. 1. We're going to roll 3d6. Unbelievable. I roll 6 every time. So that's done with. This guy's going to go. He's going to roll for speed, which is 5. So he's going to go 1. And on a laser, we're going to negotiate the laser first because the laser's faced up. We have to dodge it. We have to equal or beat its speed on 1d6. Yeah, on a d6. Well, this could kill this guy. Nope. He's dead too. Unbelievable. All right, now it is the Interceptor's turn. So the Interceptor is going to roll for speed. He rolls a 3. 1, 2, which all he needed was 2. He's got 1 wound on him. And we are trying desperately to get rid of him. And we do. Because we beat him by 3. The Interceptor is gone. Destroyed. Now we're going to roll our speed. Let's see if he can get by this flak. 6. Might as well. He's going to move in here for 6. And we're going to roll 3d6. And of course we roll a 6. So he goes back 1. Awesome. Nothing else. So he's going to roll for his speed again. Which is 5. Going to roll 3d6 for the flak. And we do 2 damage. So he takes a damage point and gets driven back. We're going to roll for his speed again. Oh, great. He's going to go 3. Why don't we roll those 6s now? Yeah, and he is destroyed. So, our planes did not make it by, but let's see what happens. Wave 1. Bridges damaged. Okay, no bridges are damaged. One bridge destroyed. Ork minor victory. The Imperial commander is executed for his miserable incompetence in defending the vital bridge. Oh wow! So they killed the Imperial commander because we destroyed that bridge. If we were able to destroy 2 bridges, the deadly Fighta-Bombers of the Orks become the bane of the Imperial forces on Ryan's world by blasting convoys, encampments, and hospitals to pieces. So that's pretty much how you play Bommerz over the Sulphur River. It's a little easier when you're playing with more than one person. I don't think this was really built for solo mode, but it's pretty good. It gives you something to do. Hi, Rhonda. Bye for now, Rhonda. Oh, hi, Rhonda. Oh, there. Okay, thank you. Have to go. Have a great Saturday evening, everyone. So there you have it. So that's how you play Bommerz over the Sulphur River. You could tell it's, it was more to just sell a couple of components for the Epic 40K. It's nothing that doesn't play that quick. As a matter of fact, we did this in under an hour, which it was fine, only because we kept on getting stuck at points. But it's a quick game. It's something if you want to try to do. They also have a thing where if you went with a second wave, so if you destroyed the 2 bridges, you would have a minor victory. The Orks succeed in destroying the bridges, but they are too severely mauled to take advantage. So because we lost our first 4 ships, there you go. But we did get an Imperial commander to be executed for not defending his incompetence in defending the vital bridge. So I feel good about that. We were able to get 1 bridge done. Thanks, Rob. Gotta go. Make dinner for the family. Everyone enjoy the rest of their Saturday. So there you go. Just a quick little game I figure I throw in there just out of complete boredom. So I hope you enjoy it. If you guys got any questions, which I don't think because there's not a ton of you watching this. But I just figure I pulled this out. Games Workshop is always noted for pulling out their quick little games. They've had tons of them over the years. And some of them are a lot rarer, like this one is pretty rare than others. So there you go. So that's how you play Bommerz over the Sulphur River. So I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little get-together. Like I said, we try to do something. Tomorrow, Janice will be here. They'll probably be exhausted from going to Halloween Horror. But never fear, we have something planned. And Monday, I'm off because it's Columbus Day. So we'll get to spend some together time and do some things. Do you have any other solo games? Oh God, I have so many out there. It's ridiculous. So there you go. I have hundreds of solo games. 16 watching, not bad for a Saturday evening. No, not bad for something that you just pop in, with 5 minutes before you went live. So there you go. That doesn't bother me. Not on a Saturday evening. All right, guys. Until next time, I will see you soon. Hope you enjoyed this just little break and little stream that we did of Bommerz over the Sulphur River.